of young people want to know what it's like being in your 60s. So basically, this is it. There's a lot of moaning. But it's not from sex. Let me explain what I mean. So last weekend, I was at my sister's house for a barbecue, right? So I said I'd help clean up. So I'm in the kitchen, her and her husband in the living room. I'm doing the dishes. All of a sudden, I hear this. Oh, oh, oh. And I'm doing the dishes going, are they fucking in the living room? I walked in. They were trying to get off the couch.
I am indeed a woman of a certain age. I am the youngest one on the tour. I'm somewhere chronologically in between dying too young and, well, she had a good run.
Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. This is the Funny Women of a Certain Age podcast. I'm your host, Shelley Coleman. You just heard from Leighann Lord and Carole Montgomery. Say hi.
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 I wanted to catch up with Carole and Leighann because we started this podcast almost a year and a half ago, and
Wow.
they've been so busy lately. It's just they're hard to like. I need to chase them with a net. It's just embarrassing.
Mhm.
So now they're here, and we're going to catch up. I know that you were just in New England. Was that right? With Funny Women of a Certain Age, or are you going there next?
We were in Maine and New Hampshire this past weekend.
Right, that counts as New England. Okay, that's one for me. And then I know, Carole, you were in California a couple of weeks ago. Is that right?
Yeah, we were in Palm Springs. We did a Funny Women show out there. Then we go to I think it's our fourth or fifth time at the Delray Beach Playhouse in Florida. Well, one show is officially sold out. There's like 2 tickets left for the other 2. They sell out every year. I mean, it's a fun thing. We have a blast.
And is that the one that's at 4 in the afternoon?
Oh, actually, it's a 2.
2 in the afternoon.
Oh, so it's
Bedtime's gotten earlier for you guys, huh?
oh my God, it's so much fun. We are done and back in the hotel by 4. It's my favorite gig in the whole wide world.
Wow. And this is just because you don't want to be out late at night? Is it,
Oh, I don't.
what's going on?
I would have matinee. You hear people talk about this now. It's become a thing on like social media. People are like, "We don't want to go out. We want to go to see shows at 4 o'clock in the afternoon or 2 o'clock
Really?
in the afternoon." People love it. I mean, we did a show in New Hampshire where it was 4 o'clock, and we were done before 6. People loved it.
Wow. Then what do you do with the rest of your day?
Leighann?
Nothing? Nothing. You go back to your hotel and you go to sleep.
Pretty much. It's kind
At
of
6
awesome.
o'clock.
Well, no, I mean, after the show on Sunday, Leighann and I, our big night was going to Hannaford's, which is their version of a supermarket. Picked up some food.
Ooh.
I went back to my room. Leighann went back to her room. I think I went to the gym and worked out because it was only 8, and I was like, I need to do something. And then I think I was in bed by 10. But I go to bed really early now, so I'm different than
Oh.
Leighann is.
Leighann?
Basically, I think it gives people the opportunity to have their evening. You know, whether it's folks who got to get ready, for the next day to go to work. Coming in at 10, 11 o'clock at night, when you're a grown person is a bit different than when you're in your 20s and you could just pull it together with moisturizer and a bottle of water. Um, you take your time. You get to not drive home at night, because that can
Mhm.
be an issue for some people. You do
Mhm.
get your evening
Mhm.
to prepare to, to do that and just ease into your bedtime routine or whatever it is you're doing that night. Maybe a dinner after that.
Yeah.
And then, relax. They used to say you can't hoot with the owls at night if you plan to soar with the eagles at dawn. so
I
so this is
see.
that
Well,
this is that audience.
I'm a hooter. I'm not a sorer because
Yeah,
I have
no,
become
no,
completely nocturnal now.
I still go. Yeah, I go to bed late and get up early, and it's really irritating. I wish my body would pick a battle.
What was funny about Palm Springs is that the gentleman that runs the club and also does the emceeing, he's like, you have to be off stage by 7:30. Everyone has dinner reservations.
Oh, all right.
So I think we
Okay.
started that show at 6. But I thought that was hysterical.
that people were like,
Every
"We wanna see comedy, but we also wanna eat, so make sure that, we can do both of them." It was great. It's
See?
absolutely
So I suppose it's either that or do dinner theater, which would probably be terrible for comedy.
Yes.
ugh, no. Yeah.
Okay, so that's out. That's out. Now, Leanne, I know you've been doing other stuff too. You've been doing other shows, and I mean, it's just so long since I've spoken to you. I don't think I've spoken to you since Dragon Con, which was
Oh
what, in
my
September.
goodness.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, we did try to get together one time for, and
Yes.
then technical issues and whatever. So quick update on what's going on with you, what you've been doing lately.
Oh gosh. Obsessing about the state of the world.
Oh,
Um,
sure, yeah, that can take a lot of
yeah,
time.
yeah, carrying my papers with me because I'm ambiguously brown. That's the
Oh, it's
thing.
a good. See, I solved that by not leaving the house.
That's
Well,
good,
So
there you go. Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
until they come knocking on my door.
we have our individualized solutions.
Exactly.
But I guess I've mainly been doing a lot of writing. But it for myself, just sort of
Okay.
my
Are you
set
working
book
on a
has
new
gotten
book?
a little unwieldy. No, no, no. This is all, stand up and every now and then my set book gets out of hand and I'm like, I have to fix this. I have
Yeah,
to edit
I've
jokes.
seen that set book.
Have you
It's
seen
like
the set book, Shelley? Yes.
I have. Yes, it's like you remember the Encyclopedia Britannica that they sold door to door? That is what Leanne carries with her.
Oh my god, let me just say something. I mean, Leanne's gonna live
I'm
a
right
ve
here, by the way. I'm
I
right
know
here.
Leanne is gonna live a very, very long life, but
Oh
when she
God, I hope
goes to
not.
the big comedy club in the sky, her set book should go up to the National Comedy Center. Somebody should donate that because that's right up there with Joan Rivers' 5 by 7 index card, about her
Oh,
index cards?
yeah.
And
Yeah.
they're in that museum, and that's where that thing needs to go because
Oh
that
my
that book
word.
is legendary.
It is
Ugh.
frighteningly organized.
Oh my
Leanne,
god.
sometimes you scare me. I just gotta say it. Sometimes you
I'm
scare me.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be scary. It's the outward manifestation of how my brain works, which now that I
And
said that out loud is pretty scary.
yeah,
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 yeah, it really is.
People
yeah.
have asked me, "Oh, can you do this to me?" No, I can't because I don't know that that's how your brain works. Do you know what I mean? This
Right.
has taken years to sort of curate. And yes, there's a table of contents. Yes, it's cross-referenced. Yeah, but it makes sense for me.
Of course. There's an index, there's footnotes. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
I
Shelley,
just recently stopped doing comments because it slowed down my document. And it's like, oh, come on, Word. This is why
okay.
WordPerfect was so much better. But okay.
Got it. Got it.
now I don't know if you ever saw this, but to show you the difference between Miss Lord and myself,
Yes.
I thought to myself, I am on the road a lot, and I decided, you know what I should do? I should take a piece of paper
Mhm.
and write down who to contact. God forbid something happens to me on the road. So it said
Mhm.
my husband's name and it said his phone number.
Right.
I showed it to Leanne, and she goes, "Wow, that's a really good idea." And the next time I saw her, she had 3 pages of who to contact, what to do, who to take care of the cat, who to do this, who to and we actually did a video where it was like, "This is me," and then we turned to her. Like, we really are
Okay.
Oscar and Felix.
First of
Uh-huh.
all, it was one page, two-sided,
Okay,
Mhm.
well, okay.
Double spaced.
laminated,
Mm.
sectioned with primary, secondary, and tertiary contacts.
Uh-huh.
Like, who do you contact first? What is their primary relationship with me so they know who they're calling?
Uh-huh.
And at the bottom, it's like, gee, I hope this isn't because I've become a hashtag. I mean, why not have a little humor for the EMS person that goes, oh, this is so sad. But look at all the info she left us. This
Yeah,
is easy.
Exactly.
and me, I'm just like,
Exactly.
"Call my husband." That's all I
Yeah.
wrote. I mean, literally, we are Oscar and Felix. We should redo they really should redo the
The
play
Odd
with
Couple.
us.
You know
Am
what?
I
I see an opportunity here.
okay? Am I really Felix though?
Yeah.
No, you're Oscar.
Oh God, no.
Exactly, you can't see
Yes.
the look of horror that I said, "No, you're Oscar." "Oh, yes, you're Felix."
Well, okay,
"Oh,
fine.
don't
Can
oh,
we move on? Is there another
Yes.
question?
Yes, absolutely. This is not a criticism, Leanne. It is
oh,
hilarious, but
it's
it
said
is not
with
a
love."
criticism. Yes, it
No,
is an
no,
examination of your
no.
process. That's what it is.
When I go on the
Okay,
road with
sure.
Leanne, I know that I don't really ever have to bring a charger or pens or food because she
Uh-huh.
will have it.
Yes, but
She's
the good
very
thing that you're
prepared.
not saying is that she will also share it with you, as
Yes, yeah.
opposed to people who have all that stuff and go,
No,
"No,
no,
it's mine."
now you gotta cash at me. Mm-mm.
Oh, I'm sorry, Carol, I just blew it up for you.
You sure
My bad.
did.
Oh, ouch. Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, you want my
Okay.
Tide pen? That's gonna cost you. And yes, I do have a Tide pen. Who doesn't carry a Tide pen?
I
Oh,
don't carry a Tide
I
pen.
don't carry a Tide
well,
pen.
Shelley, you don't leave the house. So what are we
That's
saying?
true. That's true.
I
I should carry a Tide pen because I am notorious for spilling, anything on myself. And I mean, fortunately, I've got a shelf to catch it on, but still, I always have something on me, and so I should always have a Tide pen or at least a change of clothes.
and it's not
Anyway,
we're not just talking about Tide pens. She has pens, like
right.
writing pens. I have whatever pen is in the hotel that might work. Look
But
at her,
those
you
are just
can't see.
medium ballpoints. Those are not good for the flow of thoughts.
Exactly. Carol, what are you thinking? I mean,
I know. What am I
seriously.
thinking?
Seriously.
Listen, I'm just telling you, the right pen, the right paper, brilliance. I'm
Good.
just
Good to
putting it out
know.
We
there. I'm just
just
putting it out there.
we were in New Hampshire, and there was a big snowstorm, so we didn't really get to do much,
Ugh,
but
yeah.
we went what was the outlet store we went to? Talbot's. No, that was in Maine.
Talbots.
So we went to Talbot's, and it was a freestanding Talbot's. Nothing else was around, but as we were getting out, she goes, "Oh my god, there's a Paper& and Co. store." And
Oh,
Oh, a what?
paper
Leanne,
company. The paper company, they don't really have those down here anymore.
Never heard of it.
it's
Oh.
what yeah, see?
Oh my gosh, all different kinds of paper. It's like an art supply store, but for
Yeah.
paper people, you
Ah,
know? Oh, like
so
you
it's
get
kinda like my
origami
response to
paper.
a cookie factory or
Pretty
Yes,
much,
yes,
pretty much,
absolutely.
pretty
Yeah,
much.
okay,
the
a good
city version
chocolate
of
store.
that we used to have down here was jam paper, where you could go
Okay.
in and get all different I mean, people don't print on paper and stuff like that
Right.
anymore, do crafts like that. You have to now go to a craft store if you can find one.
Mm,
It's again, in my defense, I'm a printer's daughter, so I
yes.
get I understand the difference of weights of paper and quality and just
Leanne wanted us to park it was already closed, so she wanted us to stay there so we'd be the first people in that were there when it opened.
I really don't see why that's an issue.
Okay.
The heart wants what the heart wants.
I am reminded of one day when I was working in Midtown back when I used to leave the house, and I happened to go past, Macy's 34th Street, which is,
Ah,
the Macy's, and it was
Yes.
Mothership
about
Macy's is what I call it.
exactly. It was about 9 AM because I was going to an actual job, and I walked past the store and I saw that there were people lined up outside Macy's, and I thought, "Why? It's not like you have to worry if the toasters are gonna be fresh, you know? Why are you lined up out I don't get it. They wanted to be there first, and I don't understand. So,
And it
Okay.
wasn't a
you know,
holiday or anything? It wasn't like a
no,
holiday?
no, it was just a gosh darn regular day, and gosh darn regular people were lined up outside Macy's. And
Maybe
Wow.
they were tourists because they people
uh,
who come from outside the city and have a particular reverence for Macy's.
really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Zoinks. Again, I one of the reasons I don't leave the house is because I really don't feel like I'm on the correct planet. I feel like something's wrong. I'm missing a gene, a cog, something is just not right.
Well, I feel the same way, but just different cogs are missing.
So, Leanne, you mentioned the state of the world, and
Mm,
I want to ask you about the state of the rest of the galaxy. Have you decided? Are you going to watch Starfleet Academy?
I I am not.
You're not. Why not?
I Nope, just don't want to. I'm done.
Okay,
I've had all of the Star Trek. There's enough of the canon to make me happy. I'm done.
really? That
Really.
surprises me. That
Yeah,
surprises me
I
because
know.
I mean, well, actually, it shouldn't surprise me because I felt the same way about Discovery. And that
Okay,
was I just
yeah.
went, "Nah, I'm not interested." It just didn't catch me. But then Strange New Worlds, I went, "Oh yeah, absolutely."
Oh, yeah, Strange New Worlds is wonderful. I kinda started losing it a little bit with Lower Decks. I pushed myself and I watched it, and I get why people like it. I also get why I don't.
Yeah,
But that I guess that's what I'm on the positive side of for Star Trek. There's something for everybody.
that's true. I was thinking
So,
about, there's gonna be another season of Strange New Worlds, I believe, and
yes.
my issue with it is not the show, it's Paramount. I
Yes.
now I have to full disclosure, I am mooching off somebody else's Paramount account. He bought me a whatever you call it, he bought like a side thing.
I'm gonna reframe that and say you are sharing resources?
I am sharing someone else's resource. But he canceled his Paramount account
Yeah.
because of,
Mhm.
various
Yeah.
reasons. DEI, that's why,
Mhm.
and canceling Colbert, that whole thing. So CBS is dead to him, and it's on its last legs to me. But I really want to see what happens with Strange New Worlds, and so I'm sort of on the horns of a dilemma there. I don't have to decide anything right now because it's not out there,
Right.
but
Right.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do about it.
Well, it's interesting because when all of that sort of happened and I was debating whether or not to cancel, I asked Michael what he thought, and he canceled Disney. Mr. Star Wars canceled Disney.
Oh,
And I'm like, "You know what? He is a better person than I am. Of course he canceled Disney. And what am I gonna do? I canceled Paramount."
okay,
And
yeah,
then, I have Spectrum, and Spectrum goes, "Hey, you can get it anyway." And I'm like, "See, now y'all just nullified my good act
ex-
in the world. I might as well go shop at Target now." No, we are not shopping at Target.
No, I haven't been in a
Target
Target in a while
Yeah, Target
myself.
is still dead to me. I'm keeping my DEI dollars in my wallet.
Good for you, good for you. Now, Carol, I know that you are not a, science fiction nerd. Are
No.
you any kind of nerd? Do you have anything like that that you love that people go, "Dork."
Baseball. She
No, I'm
likes
What
the
not.
what was
No,
that?
no.
What was that?
baseball.
Okay, stop it. I am not. I'm a baseball person through marriage.
Uh-huh.
Because
Oh, okay.
no, when I okay, and this is actually a really fun story.
After 40 years, you gotta own some of that for yourself, Carol.
Ah, ah,
You're not a
Okay.
newlywed.
Important question.
yes.
Mets, Yankees, or everybody?
Well, the Mets, until they traded Alonso, and so we may become Orioles fans because he's down in Baltimore. Because we're
Orioles fans. That's a
yeah,
long way to go for baseball.
actually, it's not. It's only a couple of hours. So here's the story about baseball. When I first met my husband a million years ago, we were smitten from the moment we met and everything. But we got together. He was having a birthday party. A bunch of us ended up going to my apartment on the Upper West Side. Todd and I sat and talked face to face, like nose to nose for hours, and he didn't kiss me. And during that time, all he did was talk about Babe Ruth. And because I was a girl and I was in love with him, I was like, "Oh, please tell me more. Oh my God, Babe Ruth." And he finally kissed me like 4 hours later. And the people that were left in my apartment at the party got up and applauded because they were like, "About fucking time." Now, fast forward, we're speaking about the Orioles. We did a little side trip in December, and we went to visit my cousin. And on the way back, I was looking for a hotel so we could stay in Baltimore. 'Cause I think it's a great city. So I found a hotel that is literally built right by like during baseball season, you could get a room and not go to the baseball game and just watch it from your room on the balcony. It was great. Ironically,
Yes.
as we're looking for things to do, because it was also like 2 degrees out at that point, Babe Ruth was born in Baltimore, and I go, "Honey, there's a Babe Ruth museum." So we went full circle, and I went to the fucking baseball museum with her 42 years later because I love my husband.
So,
I see. So you're a Todd nerd, not a baseball nerd.
Yeah,
nerd!
oh, absolutely. Absolutely. All of this for love.
Okay.
Okay. Just
Mhm.
letting
Okay,
people know.
Okay.
got it.
That's what you get to look forward to, Leanne, with basketball.
Oh.
Oh, not a basketball fan yet, Leanne?
I'm aware of the game.
She knows there's a ball.
They
Uh-huh.
run around
And
and they
probably a
sweat.
basket?
The
Yes, maybe a basket.
basket.
Mhm.
I see, I know the old guys who used to play, like Magic Johnson and, those
And
people.
Magic Johnson.
Oh, wait, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Oh,
Is he
oh,
still
oh. There was a
is he
guy
still
named
playing?
yeah. See how old I am? Because the New York Knicks, my favorite player, I had the hugest crush on Willis Reed.
Willis Reed. Now, see, I thought you were going to say Walt Frazier. I don't know why
Nope.
I thought that.
Oh, no, I thought Willis Reed. I had the
Oh my
biggest
god, I can't believe you said that. He used to be our neighbor.
No.
Dead serious. He used to live across the street.
Oh
And
my
he and my
god.
dad were friends because my dad was friends with everybody. Yes.
Oh my god. See, look at
Yes.
that.
I mean, I was a little thing. I
Oh,
mean, this is
you
way,
were a
way, way
fetus
back
probably
in
because
the
Willis
day.
Reed, that
I
was
was probably still a sparkle.
yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
no. Yeah, because that's gotta be the New York Knicks that I'm thinking about with Walt Frazier and Willis Reed and Dave DeBusschere was probably in the '60s? Was it the
Yeah.
'60s or
Late
70s?
Yeah, late
60s, early
60s, I think early
70s.
70s, because that
You
was when
weren't
I
even
sort of
born
became
Debush
yet.
American.
Dave DeBusschere?
Dave
Yeah.
DeBusschere was
Holy crap.
Bill
That name
Bradley.
just came out of the vortex.
Yeah, and Bill Bradley, who ends up becoming, I think, a senator,
Bill
wasn't it?
Yes,
wait,
he
is it
was.
Bill Brad? Wasn't he a Celtic though?
No, Bill Bradley was a Knick.
Who am I thinking of though?
Bill Belichick?
The I don't know.
He
Bill
doesn't
I'm
play
Belichick
baseball.
was a
lost.
ball player.
Basketball.
Yeah,
Right,
so
right.
but it's interesting
Anyway,
what you remember.
Yeah, right?
yeah.
Where am
Exactly.
I? What am I doing? Oh, I had many senior moments this weekend. There was
Okay.
one place to get to. Was it to New Hampshire? No, it was to Maine. I don't remember.
I don't
But
know.
there was a cutoff. I got lost 3 times. They kept going, "It's this one, it's this one," and then I'd get on the wrong road
You
again.
just overshooted.
I'd overshot so many
But
times.
now it was late. It was snowing. You know, we made it home.
We did make it home.
There's a saying in Maine, um, two guys on the street, and someone comes up and says, trying to get to someplace in Maine. And the one guy says, of course, well, you can't get there from here. The other guy goes, well, you can if you take the wrong road. So obviously, those are the directions you took.
Oh my god, it was so funny. I was just like going, "Okay." Yeah, so I had many senior moments this weekend. It was just like, "Where are we going? What are we doing?" So
Now, Carole, I was listening to a podcast that you were on with Ophira Eisenberg, who I
oh, she's
just
the
love.
best.
Yeah, she's fantastic. She actually remembers me when she sees me, which always blows my mind. Anyway, so her podcast is called Parenting is a Joke, and you
Yeah.
should listen to it after you listen to this podcast.
Yes.
And she talks about having children and dealing with children as comics and whatnot. But you also got into talking about your parents. And you
Yes.
said, this is one of my favorite things you've ever said, that you didn't have a lot of supervision when you were a teenager because your parents were high on the couch. So
Pretty much.
I think that might explain a lot about you.
Pretty much. I mean,
Yeah.
my parents were both huge potheads. Back in the day
Well,
when, old people, how old could they have possibly been when I was a teenager? Maybe they were late 40s
yeah,
maybe? And they'd
yeah.
be just high as a fucking kite. I'm like, "We're going out." Oh,
Okay.
okay. They were high. This should really date exactly the day. I remember they'd listen to the Bee Gees,
Mhm.
high. That was their favorite album. You would think maybe The Dead, that would be a
Uh-huh.
good one, The Grateful Dead, maybe the band, Allman Brothers. No, they were listening to Staying Alive,
High. You know
high.
what? Honestly, I think that would be the only way I could listen to that.
Yes. Agreed.
Just
Agreed,
I mean,
Shelley.
I liked the Bee Gees in the '60s when they were, just a British band like all the other British bands, but then when they went disco, I went, "Okay, we're done."
Yeah,
Oh, they
pretty
were British?
Yeah, yeah.
I
They were
had
in the
no
same vein they
idea.
were in the same vein as the Beatles and the Stones, and then they made a
I had no
a
idea.
complete right turn and went, "Oh, we'll do disco," and of course, had the biggest success of their careers.
See, I
Right,
only knew
yeah.
them as disco. I didn't know there
Yeah,
was a before time.
yeah.
Yeah, in the '60s, they were kind of a little bit psychedelic, not really like,
Yeah, yeah.
not Jimi Hendrix psychedelic, but sort of like, um
They were very
it's hard to
different.
describe. You'd have to hear them and you'd go, "Wow, that's the Bee Gees?"
They did a pivot.
They
They
did.
did a pivot, exactly. They
Yeah,
decided, "We need some money."
yeah, and come on, I mean, that Saturday Night Fever, that album, I mean, just that was it for them. That made them,
Absolutely,
you know,
absolutely.
millions
Even
and
brought up the
millions.
youngest one. They
Yes,
even gave the youngest one some money, whose name I
right,
can't
Andy
remember.
Gibb, right? Oh, Andy
Oh, yeah.
Gibb.
Oh, don't tell me you
Oh,
had a
the
crush on
cute
Andy Gibb
No,
too.
one.
I didn't like Andy Gibb. I was a cow salesperson when I was a
Yes,
little
I
girl,
remember. I remember, yes.
and the monkeys.
Oh, of course. Well, we've discussed the monkeys. Mickey, obviously the best one and the only one still alive. Anyway, moving on. So one of the other things that you talked about was wanting to travel. And I thought this was
Mm.
interesting because you said you would like to travel, but not be working while you're traveling, right?
Oh, yeah.
So are we talking retirement here? Or are we just talking sort of a general, I need to take a vacation or both? Or,
Well, remember, I'm a little bit older than Miss Leanne is, and I'm gonna be
Mhm.
70 in 2
We're
years.
all going to be 70 with any luck.
So I don't know if it's retirement per se, but maybe not working as much. I do know that when we went down to visit my cousin and we ended up in, DC for a couple of days, ended up running into, old dear friends of ours there. Then we went to my cousin's, then we went up to Baltimore, and my cousin who she's 5 years younger than me, during the beginning when I was doing stand-up in the late '70s, early '80s, she was there with me the whole time, like, she's been through my whole career, and we were sitting around, she was making dinner about 6 or 7 o'clock, and she goes, "Hey, Carol, you're not leaving for a gig." Because she knows it too. I mean, I used to go
Right,
visit her. She used to live in Florida. I would go visit her because they wouldn't give me a hotel, so I'd stay with my cousin
right.
and do the gig. So, yeah, the thought of just being able to travel and see the world and not have to do like, I loved going on when I was doing cruises, my husband and I loved the cruises. We really did. And since I was the comic, I didn't have to worry about running into anybody else. But, like,
Mhm.
the thought of like, if I wanted to go on a cruise now with him, like, some friends of ours wanna go to do an Alaska cruise, my biggest thing is I don't wanna see a comedy show. I wanna be on a cruise where there's no comedy. I wanna just go on a cruise and
Yeah.
eat and you know, do what I wanna do. So, yeah, I could see traveling more and not performing as much.
Is there
Yeah.
any place in particular? I mean, you mentioned Alaska.
Well, my Todd's been to Paris. His mom took him to Paris, I think when we were living in Vegas, but I wanna go to Italy. That's my dream, and I wanna take Todd to
Mhm.
England because he's never been to England. And you see, when I traveled with my parents when we were kids, to Europe, we went away because my dad was a teacher, so we had the whole summer off. So we would go for 2 months. I'll never forget this. We went away for
Wow.
2 months, 4 people, rented a car. It was $4,000 for the entire summer.
Oh, man. Ah,
I mean, it was in the dark ages, but, I mean,
right,
it was a long
right,
time ago.
That's not gonna get you out of the JetBlue termal.
Exactly,
right.
I mean,
Exactly.
you buy a cup
exactly.
of coffee, maybe some food, it's like, "Holy crap, I dropped a grand."
Yeah. I wanna try I don't know if I can go away for 2 months, but I don't wanna travel and go away for a week. If I'm gonna go to Europe, I'm
Mhm.
going for at least 2
Mhm.
weeks and possibly a month.
Right. What part of Italy? Anything in particular?
Wherever wherever there is a big vat of wine, I've been sober
Oh,
now since
honey.
September. A big vat of wine, a big hunk of cheese. Right. So I think that's Tuscany. I'm gonna say
I
Tuscany.
I don't think there's any place in Italy that's a mistake.
Right,
Like,
Yeah.
wherever you know what I mean? It's
right,
just there's reasons
right,
to go to Rome, there's reasons to go to Florence,
right.
I mean, it's just you're gonna ha it's Italy.
Yeah.
I assume
And
you've been to Italy, Leanne?
oh, yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Where did
And,
you go?
well, Rome, yes,
Uh-huh.
Florence for the shopping. I stayed in Perugia.
Uh-huh.
That's sort of like where our home base was. And I will say this, no one can compliment you like an Italian man. You
Oh,
can have the
yeah.
flu and be dressed in a potato sack, literally, and they will hit on you, but in such
Mhm.
a way that you feel like the most beautiful woman in the world. They, not always so much.
Er
But, you will feel like the inner princess you always thought you were,
Mhm.
Ah.
when an Italian man has cast his gaze upon you.
Mm.
Dickhead.
I am hoping to get to go to Italy later this year. An old college friend, we reconnected and he lives in northern Italy near Verona.
Oh,
Mm.
Uh
nice.
yeah, and in a thank you very much, a UNESCO World Heritage Site villa. Yes indeed. Yes
Oh,
indeed.
geez.
I fly
Sweet
high.
girl.
Oh, man.
We're
Um
not even gonna be able to talk to her.
you
No.
already can barely talk to me because I'm a baroness. You may have
That's true.
forgotten. Anyway,
I have not, madam, I have not.
Oh, that is so great, Shelley. Good for
so I
you.
mean, I hope I can go. I don't know if I can afford it, but you know,
Lem Hold on, I'm gonna stop you.
okay.
Because Leanne and I have had this discussion. I forget how old you are, Shelley. Do you mind me asking?
66.
Okay. I'm 68, and we are at the age where it's like, start doing the stuff. We all have bills. Put it on. You can always get a card that's a no interest card for a year and pay it off. Go do it. I mean, I'm really leaning into that type of stuff where if I want to go and do something, because I never did that. I was always like, oh no, oh no, I shouldn't. I should save it. What are you saving it for?
Mhm.
I am
Go.
not going to encourage you to be financially irresponsible. I will, though, say that there's something to be said about having experiences
Mhm.
while you can.
Yeah.
The reason I got to go to Italy is because my best friend, Tracy, was an international tour guide, and her specialty was Italy.
Oh,
And
wow.
she invited me to go. She was off one summer and studying to become even more fluent in Italian. And so I felt like I had my own personal tour guide while I
Wow.
was there, but she actually had to talk me into that trip because I was the same way. Oh, the money, my schedule, my this, my that. And she's like, you don't get any points for suffering.
Right. And I'm not hey, also, I did not say be financially irresponsible. What you I've done that before where like, I had to pay off a really big thing last year, and I was just actually before I came on the podcast, I was like, because of my brain now, I'm like, "Did I pay that off?" And I went
Mm.
on the card where I got the no interest, and
Mhm.
I had paid it off. At least the give yourself the chance to enjoy yourself.
Mhm.
And because as a tour guide, she saw people that waited too late. And Italy is not a disability friendly place. You
Yeah,
know,
you're very
Okay.
wheelchairs on cobblestones,
yeah.
Yeah.
not the best way
Yeah.
to enjoy this. I will say though, I my goal when I started, I said I want to do stand up and I want to travel and I don't want to pay for it. And so me being able to travel has been because of stand up.
Mhm.
Right.
To travel and not do stand up is weird a little bit, although
Right.
I like it. Who knows? There's always an expat community, Shelley, that would be
Yeah.
willing to pay for the musings of Shelley Coleman on Italian soil. So maybe you can make the best of both worlds if
Okay.
that's how you want to add to the trip that you will be taking this year.
Yeah, the trip
Oh
you
my.
will be.
Okay.
See how we're both saying that?
We're
Okay.
The trip
speaking
that
it into existence for you.
well,
That's
because
total nonsense, but let's do it.
but Shelley, honestly,
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
now all of a sudden we've become Oprah. Go for your goal. Not Oprah because she's, a billionaire,
Yeah.
but we don't
Yeah,
like
don't
her.
come home homeless, but
But,
let's see
like,
what we work out.
the uh,
These are
give me that guy's
details.
number. I will call him right now.
Oh my god.
All you have to do is pay for the airfare to go to Italy.
Right.
We don't know that.
Okay,
She
Felix?
might wanna buy some food while she's staying.
Or I'll call your friend and go, "Listen, you got a house? Me and my husband are coming. We're reserving a room.
Uh-huh.
Thank you." I'll let you know
Okay.
how it goes.
All right. Good. Good. I'll send you his info.
We're
It's
just saying we're team Shelley going to Italy. That's what we're
Yes.
saying.
Team Shelley,
uh,
go, go, go.
don't you mean
Yes,
via
yes,
in
yes.
Italia?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Leanne, where would you go if you could? I mean, obviously you liked Italy, but where would you travel to?
Just in
Uh,
general, where would I
just traveling to
uh,
travel.
if I'm just traveling to travel, I would go back to Paris for
Hmm.
sure. I'd really wanna go back to London because I actually have family there.
Oh,
Even though it would be hard not to wanna perform in London. Like, I so wanna do that again. I really
yeah.
enjoyed it there, but Ireland, oh my goodness. I just I wanna sit on a bar stool in a real pub,
Uh
and
huh.
have them speak English to me that I can't understand because of the accent.
And drink
So
Guinness.
Ireland or Scotland, either
Yeah.
one of those. Yay!
If you're gonna go to Scotland, may I suggest Edinburgh first and maybe then
Oh,
Glasgow just to sort of ease into it?
okay,
Because I have a friend from
okay.
Glasgow who is we met at space camp, nerd, and she's a Glaswegian, and it took me we were there for 4 days. It took me 3.5 days to be able to work my way into her accent. 'Cause Glasgow, oh
Wow.
my god, Glasgow
It's
and
like
words to that
Outlander
effect.
with
Exactly.
outtakes.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's terrific.
Yeah. And I do this was not in order of desire, just as I'm thinking of it. I definitely wanna go back to the motherland. I've not been to Egypt,
Mm,
Arab Spring got in the way. I don't Are we done with that? I don't know.
I don't know.
My, my cousin texted me out of the blue because we had reconnected, and our ancestors are from Latvia.
Oh,
She's like, "Hey, we should go to Latvia together." I was okay.
okay, so then I'm on the Carol Goes to Latvia train.
I am on the Carol should do some research to see what's going on the ground in Latvia before we buy tickets. I'm always a big fan of getting the lay of the land before you show up and go, "Oh, wait, we're bombing? What's happening?"
Wait a minute, Latvia?
See, just because you ain't heard don't mean something ain't happening.
Oh, that's true.
Latvia is when my grandmother was growing up, it was part of Russia. I think it's
Right.
its own sovereign state, but, that
For
could change.
now.
Well, I was gonna say, Putin gets an itch up his ass, and he's like, "I want that." Oh, some dictator decides we need to have Greenland, so it's the same type of thing.
Yeah,
Ugh.
exactly. But see, eventually we'll just have the land bridge built to Greenland through the 51st state, which is going to be Canada, if I recall correctly, and we'll just all be able to walk there. So that'll be fun.
Oh, I love that idea. I'll get my steps in.
I was
Excellent.
just gonna say you will get your steps in.
Greenland, I'm sure it's a lovely place, but I don't think we need it. I'm just saying. Anyway, so I read the New York Times because I am bougie. And there is an article in the past Saturday Times, Punk Rock Rages into Womanhood, and it's about a show on
Yes,
BritBox, which is a streaming service called Riot Women,
right, women.
and
Yes,
it's you've heard of it?
yeah.
To those who have not heard of it, it is about, I think it's like 5 or 6 women who are all, shall we say, of a certain age, and they form a punk band. And in the article, it talks about other things that have happened, other shows, other iterations, as it were, of middle aged and older women. And there's a show called Last Tango in Halifax, which I watched a couple of years ago. Same thing. About an older couple who were sort of re-met and end up getting together. And Carol, I have heard you take credit in the past for things that have happened for older women, and I'm wondering if this was your doing as well.
It depends because I came up with the idea for the show in 2017. Well, the first Showtime special aired in March of 2019. So anything after that, yes, you're welcome, America and the world. I am the direct link to all of that. There's a show called Bad Sisters. It's on Apple TV. It's really dark, which is my favorite type of show.
Yeah.
And this woman, her name is Sharon Morgan, and she's one of these people. She's prolific, and I think she's a little bit younger than me. She always has some series that's out on, British TV. There's this kind of gathering of minds of
Mhm.
older women. Like I tell Leighann all the time about going on Threads because what I love about Threads, first of all, it's liberal Twitter.
Mhm.
At least the people I'm following, the community of older women, and there is a huge community of older women just going, Nope." We have really the thing that I love about this show and the live show when we go into theaters, it is mostly older women. Like Leanne is literally the baby.
Yeah.
There's mostly and these women in their 70s and their 80s who they every once again, because this is what men do, what white men do, they discredit all women in
Right.
general, especially older women. These older women are pissed. And you don't
Good.
wanna piss I mean, what we got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's so yes, I didn't start it, but I think I was at the beginning of whatever this snowball is now of women getting older going, "I'm not wearing high heels for you. What do I you mind if I do your can you tell do the fuck me pump joke?"
Oh,
Me?
yeah, do whatever you want.
No, I have a joke that the last time I wore heels is the last time. that I wore heels because I understand now why they're called fuck me pumps. I had them on for 5 minutes, and I was like, "Oh, fuck me."
But that's the way women are now. Now, is there still a generation of women my age that are still like, "I have to get young, I have to do this, I have to get facelifts." Absolutely, but I think it's way more, top heavy too, it's way more
Hey, I
heavier
resent that.
but I really think that there's way more women who, are coming into their own in
Mhm.
their 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond. Palm Springs was mostly 70s and 80s. We've had people in Florida that were in their
Wow.
hundreds, and now some of them, didn't know where they were. They thought they were just going to lunch,
That's
but
what
for
you
the
get when
most
your show's at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
yeah, exactly. But for the most part, the thing that's always been about what Funny Women is besides obviously having a great time and the women, it's we're funny, but we're vibrant.
Mhm.
We're vibrant, we're still there. Don't put us aside just because of our age. There are
Mhm.
many young people who are idiots. At least we
Yeah.
know our shit.
Or know when we're being idiots. It's like, "Yeah, I
Right,
know it was dumb when I did it, but yeah, I was doing it anyway."
right, right,
But it definitely, bucks up against, thinking that the only appeal is to a demographic between 18 and 35. And if we are gonna continue to have people living longer, you can't just write people off
right,
after 35 or 40.
Mhm.
People are living, they're growing, they're continuing to have, valuable experiences that they wanna see reflected in their entertainment. Listen, I love 20-year-olds. They're adorable. The shows that are directed for them, are they for me? Not really. I wanna see women my age or
mhm,
older
mm,
living life, going through stuff,
yes,
There was a show called 30 something. Why isn't there a show now called 50 something?
yeah,
You know what I mean?
right,
Right.
Where's my Golden Girls with Black women?
right,
Because we're all having you can't just put us away,
Mhm.
at 40. That's ridiculous.
And the thing that I love, especially with Hacks really make
Mm.
people go, "Oh," is that, it really did open their eyes. I mean, Jean Smart has won the Emmys every time since that show's been on, and she's in her 70s. I mean, she's an amazing actress. That doesn't I mean, now, I'm sure, just like all of us, she wakes up with the same aches and pains and is like, "Ugh, oh, I gotta do this." But she still does it, and she's still vibrant. This whole mentality of that older men too, it's this mentality of just because you're a certain age, you're of no use to the world.
That's capitalism. That's
Right.
capitalism. Like if you're not being productive, where's your productivity for the system? Then we cast people aside.
Yeah.
It's very anti-community.
Mhm.
You
One
know.
thing actually, Leanne Marsha Warfield, who was our guest last, summer, also
Yes.
has a podcast because, everybody does, and Leanne was a guest on it. It's
Yes,
Midnight
she
in the
was.
Marshaverse, and so, of course, I watched that, and by the way, thank you for shouting out this podcast on that podcast, which I really appreciated.
It's like
Um,
Inception. It's a podcast within a
ex
podcast.
exactly, it's very meta. Is that what the kids
Very
say?
meta.
Um, but one of the things that you were talking about with her was being the youngest person on the Funny Women tour.
One of, yeah.
And she could not believe that you were actually old enough to be on the Funny Women tour.
Yeah,
I forgot what I was gonna say about that.
well, I remember saying to her that I'm maybe I'm not an elder, but I'm a baby elder.
Yes, that was it,
And
that
I
was it, and that
and
was
I
the
and
T-shirt you were gonna make.
yes, and I wanna get that T-shirt because I think there are a bunch of us we're adults. We are clearly adults. We're the grown folks in the room, but we don't feel like we're the elders now,
Mhm.
So I feel like I'm entry level elder. Like
I like baby elder better.
no, I absolutely like baby elder, but it's like I know some stuff, but I would still like some advice.
Right.
That's how
Okay,
I feel.
okay, okay.
Like, it's rare now, it doesn't happen a lot. I love when I'm in a room and I am the youngest person, and there are comics who are older than me, who have been doing this longer than me, and I have the pleasure of shutting the fuck up. And I just no, seriously, and I just get to listen to
Mhm.
their stories and their experiences, and I'm like, "Oh, this is so cool. I'm not the auntie in the room." Other people are are giving or sharing wisdom, and I absolutely appreciate it because the experience now is I'm the oldest comic in the room,
Right.
or I know things, and it's not that I don't wanna know those things, I love sharing what I know, but like I said, I still have questions.
Okay. Okay. And Carol is here to answer them,
Yes.
and also questions that you don't ask.
I do spout my wisdom with regularity.
Mhm.
Yep.
That's how we refer to it. That's Carol spouting her wisdom.
Yes.
She's woman-splaining everybody. She's experienced woman-splaining. "Well, let me tell you something."
Yeah, when
That's
I
right.
started in stand-up, there was nobody.
There was
There's
no
no microphones, we
electricity.
had to shout.
no, but I remember saying this, people don't understand that when I started in '79, there was a handful of female comics,
Mhm.
a
Mhm.
handful, and as it started to grow, we were pitted against each other. So, because let's just for argument's sake, there've been so many comedy clubs, but let's say there'd be a road room in Chicago and there would be 52 weeks. Well, most of the time, out of the 52 weeks that they were booking the club, they'd give 2 weeks to the females and the
Mhm.
rest were all men.
Mhm.
So, of course, we were gonna fight about it. There was nothing. That's one of the reasons why I came up with the show, so we could actually have a place to do our own shit
Mhm.
and actually not have to wait till somebody asks us to join the club, because nothing against the men that are listening. I Some of my closest, dearest friends are male comics, but most of the men, it's a boys club, and if they're gonna help anybody, they're gonna help their friends.
Right.
So I thought, "You know what? My dick is bigger than all of theirs. I'm gonna help my friend."
I mean, I'm glad you're doing that. It's not just entertainment, but it really is a lot of industries as well. The scarcity mentality is how they control you.
Mhm.
They dangle that carrot and they make 10 of you jump, and if you take it and you're like, "Hey, yeah, we're not really paying anything," you can turn that down because they got 1,000 people that will
Right.
do whatever this gig is for
Mhm.
less or for nothing, and we talked about having a union. We've tried to do that several times, but don't fall for the trick of being pitted against, um, another artist.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, fortunately, you are out there, breaking the spiral. Breaking the
I'm
spiral? I think I
trying.
just made up an expression.
I'm fucking
Um,
trying.
well, we appreciate it. I appreciate it. And I
I'll
know that
see.
people who come and see your shows at 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 4 or 6 or whatever time so that they can be home in time for reruns of Golden Girls, they appreciate it too.
Yes.
They do. They do. So this is where you get to tell me what's coming up for you. I know you said that you're going. Well, I know the tour continues, and the best way to find out about that, of course, is to go to the website
Yes.
funnywomenofascertainage.com because everything is listed there.
Yeah.
And Leanne, is there something specific you want to mention? I
Let's see. I think the biggest thing, I think the next sort of biggest thing on the horizon is the Irma Bombeck Writers Workshop. That's in Dayton, Ohio from the 26th to the 28th. At least those are the days that I'm going to be there. I am emceeing. Once again, this will be my third time around
nice.
being the official host. I've been involved in various ways with Irma since 2012 and grew up as an Irma Bombeck reader and fan, and
Mhm.
delighted that Carole is joining us this year as a
Yay!
new faculty member. She's teaching
Oh,
the stand-up class, so it's gonna be quite the jamboree.
so
Yeah,
what
and
was
there's
it?
a lot of people we know that are gonna be there. Missy Hall's gonna be there, Dina Blizzard.
Yes.
It's just like
Mhm.
a lot of comics, and one of my husband's friends who's he's like a book doctor, and he's doing a session. It's gonna be wild. What happens in Dayton stays
Stays
in
in
Dayton.
Dayton?
Mhm.
Okay.
Look at Leah. Nope.
oh no, she's gonna be talking about it. She is going to be telling on
Oh,
you.
I'm gonna be posted in the Facebook group.
Exactly, exactly. Which explains that you are in fact an elder because apparently we are the only ones who use Facebook now as people over 50, 40,
Yep,
whatever it is. Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, okay.
That's absolutely true. And Facebook was originally invented for 20-year-olds to get laid, and now it's
Right.
grandma's social media.
Yes, showing pictures of her grandbabies. Anyway, so this is the Funny Women of a Certain Age podcast. This is Carole Montgomery and Leighann Lord. You can check them out at carolemontgomery.com. Leighann
Yeah.
Lord is veryfunnylady.com. And the show website is funnywomenofaccertainage.com. And of course, you can find them on Threads and you can find them on Instagram. And if you're old and you want to, you can maybe find them on Facebook, or you can just follow them around the city, whatever you want to do.
Mhm.
I am Shelley Coleman. Thank you, Leighann. Thank you, Carole, very much for taking
Thanks,
some time to
Shelley. This
catch
was
up
fun.
with me. I appreciate it. And we will, I hope, I'll see you guys soon.
Yep.
Thanks,
Right?
Shelley. See you soon.
Everybody say bye. Bye.
Bye.